Alright, hello, welcome back. We've not done any off-screen stuff, we're right here. Go in, on my SkyUI table, then go back and load. Oh, yeah, it's been delayed again, I'm sorry. I've been busy video editing, doing our Let's Learn Battletech 2018. I haven't been in the mood for it, sorry.
This is not good.
Got one out. Anything else? Let's go to spawn. There's something I want to talk about. Okay, so since our last session, go ahead and grab this. Since our last session, Oblivion Remastered came out, and I'm just gonna point out the Dagoff Erline about people, being back to Skyrim within 3 months. People are running right back to Skyrim. It's actually kind of funny. It's like they're going into Oblivion, and they're seeing how more complex it was versus Skyrim, and they're just like, nope, I'm out. That's really funny watching people I know started with Skyrim just say, nope, sorry, no, I'm going back to Skyrim.
Must have something to do with it.
Plus, it's kind of got the
Aetherius
typical Bethesda jitters. In that it's got really bad performance and bug issues.
Warrior. And of course the symbol for Dragonborn. That's the one that appears to have a sort of arrow shape pointing downward at the bottom. Yes, that's it. The symbol on the pillar on the left. Given that Skyhaven Temple was sealed against the return of the Dragonborn, I will try turning all the pillars to that symbol.
All right. Wait, did you always go to the pollution?
Whatever you did, it worked.
I remember him giving
Let's see what
pollution
those
before.
old blades left in
Did
our
he
way.
stumble upon it? Come here, pack
What is it?
mule.
That's it? Oh, what is it? This better not be all the things you just can't be bothered with.
You already know it is. You have to wait. But yeah, earlier, like I said, it's funny watching these Skyrim, these people start with Skyrim, go right back to Skyrim after starting Oblivion.
Here's the blood sea.
Skyrim just has way too many quality lives. And I'm not sure I've talked about it before, but I tried Oblivion before Skyrim. Found it too complex and just annoying. And then you have people who say Oblivion was too easy, that you want to play a natural Scrolls game, you play Morrowind. My take on it is same thing, it's the same problem that early Souls players have with later entries like Dark Souls 3 or Elden Ring. They're mad that the game got quality life set changes and made the game easier to play. My take on that is, was the game hard only because these decisions were not implemented, or was it hard because it was designed to be hard? If a game is only hard because of bad developer decisions, that means it's not a hard game. It's a badly designed one. All right. Yeah, I remember. Yeah, I can't remember exactly what I said about it. I remember talking about that back in Souls. So let me rephrase to make it clear. If a game is only hard because of bugs or questionable developer choices, then it's not actually a hard game on merits of being designed hard. Hard because of things that were not intended to be, making it a hard game. And a similar thing can be applied here too, in the sense of, Oblivion had changes that separated it from Morrowind, and clearly Bethesda thought that the players would appreciate these more, as well as quality of life, right? And you can see here with Skyrim streamlining stuff more, making the leveling more clear, more obvious on how to level something. Like instead of just jumping up and down, the level skill you may never use, you can just take damage, deal damage, heal, whatever. At that point, it makes it very clear what is expected to level up a skill, right? And this is what people think Skyrim was too easy, because it streamlined so many things and made things much clearer. And I think no, that's more what Bethesda thought.
When Alduin and the Dragon Cult ruled over Skyrim.
And Morrowind versus Oblivion versus Skyrim, which one should you play? I'll put it this way: which of these three has been released more than once in the last 15 years? Which one's been released more in the last 20?
Show how they defeated him? Isn't that why we're here?
That's all you need to know, is to look up the answer to that question, to know which one you should probably play.
Everything is couched in heaven.
I mind you, I didn't play Morrowind, and I did play Oblivion.
Yes. This here,
But Skyrim is the most re-released one for a reason.
This is the Aetherius symbol for shout. But
As much as the veteran players gripe about that,
You mean they used
they should look at that and wonder why it took 20 years for Oblivion Remaster, but it only took about 5 for Skyrim. And how it took a fan project for Daggerfall to get on a remaster. A fan project.
Damn it.
But Morrowind has not gotten at that at all.
Never heard of such a thing. A shout that cannot... You're probably right. I was hoping to avoid having to involve them in the... Right. We'll look around. Talos guard you.
Yeah. Just think of that. Just think of that.
prophecy which brought
Which game has gotten more re-releases? As much as people malign, Howard and Bethesda for re-releasing Skyrim over and over, I do agree with what he said. He basically said, paraphrase,
the last dragonborn content.
it worked. As long as you keep buying, it, I'm gonna keep doing it. But yeah, that's why we have Legendary Edition. That's why we have Special Edition. That's why we have Anniversary Edition. And then you have the compilation re-releases, and then the portings. I think Skyrim actually has had, Skyrim's been around for 14 years. Let's not dwell too much on that one. I think it actually has either a port. I think it actually may have either a re-release or a port numbering up to close to 14, which means it's gotten a port or a remaster or a re-release every single year of its existence, which is hilarious. Yeah, we need to check our arrow count. Again, I want to reiterate, I don't think Morrowind or Oblivion are bad games. I'm just pointing out Skyrim's the most popular one for a reason. And I don't think those older systems really aged too well, except with the most diehard people who enjoy that kind of thing.
Honored.
You
to
could
see
compare
again,
it
my
to. But yeah, it's actually a good way. Okay, so if you're a Final Fantasy fan, a great way to compare this, the analogy here is, Tactics Ogre is the same, would be the equivalent of Morrowind and Oblivion, versus Skyrim being Final Fantasy Tactics. A much more streamlined game from a lot of the same people who worked on the previous version of it, and they applied what they learned and what players said. Tactics Ogre, especially the PSP version in Reborn, is a much more complex game. There's more going on in each turn and in a battle than there is in the same scenario in Final Fantasy Tactics. Tactics, FFT is a more streamlined game. That doesn't mean both one or the other is superior. It means they have different offerings for the type of strategy RPG you want to play. Tactics Ogre is more for people who really want to do goofy mechanical stuff and have larger scale battles as a grossly simplified take. Versus Tactics, Final Fantasy Tactics, which is for people who are want a Final Fantasy strategy RPG and a more simplified, easier to play game. Again, this is not indicating either or bad. And the same is true of. Get the stuff in here. We don't really need scales anyway. But yeah, it just means, Oblivion and Morrowind, therefore more for people who want to do goofier mechanical stuff. Skyrim is, a more approachable game. Owned by the fact that, Skyrim and such keeps getting remastered, it seems clear to me that Bethesda wants that sort of thing. They want that kind of gameplay. Because it gets, the results. From what I'm seeing of Oblivion Remastered, first off, that huge file jump, it went from 6 gigs to 120. People are rightfully criticizing the massive, unoptimized nature of. Yeah, let's just get stuff in here. We don't really need money right now, so we can just put stuff in here to sell later. But yeah, rightfully criticizing the massive, unoptimized nature of that. Like, Unity, it's not Unity, it's Unreal. Unreal 5 is mess. Massive bloat. I remember Unreal issues being what was causing Ischian problems when it was at the demo stage before it came out.
Do you need something?
Like RGG, quickly pointed out there were some issues with the shading caching and other things, so they issued patches to fix that eventually. Okay, so we got. What arrows do we have? Oh, we should definitely resupply a bit. Alright, so that's 240 right there. In firewood.
Honored to see you again.
Okay, so let's do this. Also, I'll put in the timestamps the discussion about Oblivion Remastered and Skyrim versus the other games. So that way, because I do want to, I do think we should something we should talk about is again. I'm not saying either game is bad or one's better than the other, but Skyrim is much more popular for a reason. I think it's because honestly, Oblivion, Morrowind, they're a product of their times in the sense of they were back in that early 2000s. Early to mid 2000s game design. I'm pretty sure I talked about this back in either Dark Souls or it was either Dark Souls or maybe Mega Man Classic. About how games were designed a certain way back in the mid 90s to late 2000s, and it actually started in the 80s. So from the 80s to around the mid 2000s, maybe early 2010s. How games were designed around the idea that they were discouraging rentals and trying to get people to buy strategy guides and more, or call tip lines. And that was, honestly, I think that really started the end of it was around the time Dark Souls came out. There it is. Yeah, that was around the time of Dark Souls. It was when it started petering out because problem with it was, basically the idea was it would force you into buying strategy guides. If you couldn't afford strategy guides, it was basically tough luck, kid. Go Google GameFAQs. Like that was it. If you couldn't afford a strategy guide, you go online and go to GameFAQs and pray somebody else played the game. Of course, there was that the whole problem of some highly prolific writers at the time were plagiarizing. And I'm dating the hell out of myself with that one. And I actually remember how some of the early guys had plagiarism problems. And then you had sites like Mega Games, stealing from them. And dear God, I am dating myself on that. But yeah, that's goes back to what I'm saying about Morrowind and Oblivion. Oblivion wasn't as bad as Morrowind about it, but Morrowind was much more notorious. It was basically forcing gamers into either one or two game loops. You would stumble around, try to figure out where you're supposed to go, or you got a strategy guide. Or if you couldn't do that, the alternate to that was just go on the game facts. I think that's what's the problem here is, Oblivion Remastered. People are finding out the hard way that it's not Skyrim. You had to look up guides and such if you didn't already know the content. Plus the more complex game. Hence, we go back to the Tactics Ogre versus Final Fantasy Tactics analogy. So this is about to either trigger season ending, and I think we're gonna do that, and then complete the Civil War storyline after that. We still have to do that, and then our next run we'll have Civil War resolved before this.
Where did you learn of that? Who have you been talking? The Blade. They have always sought to... Have you learned nothing from us? Would you simply be a tool in the hands of the Blades to be used? Do not be so sure about that. Beware. As for me, I kept from you only what you... No, not now. Not until you return to the path of wisdom.
Heard that talk getting mouthed up by somebody here.
Dragonborn, wait.
Yeah? Got something to say, Paarthurnax?
Intemperate. I allowed my emotion. The decision whether or not... No. It is called Dragon. We do not regret this loss. Dragonrand, only Paarthurnax, the master of our order. You weren't ready, but thanks to the Blades, he lives in... He speaks to us only rarely, and never to outsiders. Only those whose voice is strong can find the path. We will teach you a shout to open the way to Paarthurnax.
Damn right you are. Show me some respect. I'm the Dragonborn. Thanks for the cheese. Love me some cheese. So hold on. I'm going to take a look at... Because I don't know what they said. It doesn't translate unless you use a mod, I think. You have to look it up on the wiki. I don't know what they said. Okay, so... Oh, okay, so the translation is, he is Dragonborn Stormcrown. He will speak with Paarthurnax. Alright, maybe... Oh. Apparently there was a... Oh, wow, we could have, done a different dialogue if we chose the right one. Actually... Let's see if we can get the right dialogue. Now, let's do that again.
Wind, guide you. Where did you learn of that? Who have you been talking to? Yes, for matters of such gravity, we need to know. They have always sought... Have you learned nothing from us? Would you simply be a tool in the hands of... No, of course
wow.
not. Forgive me, Dragonborn. But heed my warning. The Blades may... No.
We skipped to it.
It is called... We do not
okay.
regret this loss.
Cool.
Dragonrand holds no place within the way. It was created. Their whole lives were consumed with hate. When you learn a shout, in order to learn and use this shout, only Paarthurnax,
Wait, evil.
the master
Okay.
of our order,
First
can
time.
answer that question.
I'm sorry. That's
If he
not the
so
first time that's
chooses.
happened.
You weren't, but thanks to the blades, he is our leader. You weren't, but thanks to he lives. He speaks to us only rarely. Only those whose voice is strong can find the path. We will teach you a shout to open the way to Paarthurnax.
Where are we going? Oh, it goes outside.
My understanding of a clear sky. This is your final gift from us, Dragon. Use it well.
Let's
Fine.
move faster.
Be responsible.
Clear skies will throw away the mist. But only for a time. The path to Paarthurnax is perilous, not to be embarked upon lightly.
Yeah, you already
Keep
sold
moving,
us.
stay focused on your goal, and you will reach the sea.
Look!
Feeling like Superman over here.
Look!
Dang it, recharges quick.
Look!
So, I think we should comment about why we should go
Where'd you
here.
come from?
Look! Look!
Where'd you come from?
Seriously, how are these things able to go up here when we can't without a shout? Doesn't that seem kind of strange?
Look!
Who's there? I knew I heard something.
Look!
Wait, they just cavemaned it? Huh.
Where'd you... Where'd you...
think that could just caveman did.
Look! Bakur!
You look. Location, alright. Bring it! If I did not fire, I automatically fired on him.
I am Paarthurnax. Who are you? What brings you to my... Yes, Vaza.
Damn right you know who we are.
It has been long since I held Tinvak with a stranger. I gave in to the temptation. Evenar Balok. There are many... Drechni Nakib. Discipline against the lesser aids in Kachnar, denial of the greater. Tell me, why do you come here, Volan? Why do you intrude on my meditation? Drem. Patience. By long tradition, the Elder speaks first. Hear my Thum. Feel it in your bones.
Rochambeau?
Match it
Aye,
if
aye.
you are Dovahkiin.
I'm not impressed. I can do that.
The Rotmulag waits. A gift, Dovahkiin. You'll understand fire as the Dove.
You want to understand, if you have 2 words of fire before this, then you get the third one off this. So, I did it.
Not now. Show me what you can do.
Oh.
Greet me not as mortal, but as Dova.
I mean, you asked for it.
Yo!
Ah, yes. Sosedo Vrostmul. The dragon blood runs strong in you. It is long since I had the pleasure of speech with one of my own kind.
I mean, went down to chat.
You would not come all this way for Tinvak with an old Alduin Comet Teed. What else? But I do not know the Thum you seek. Your kind, Jor, mortal, our Hadrime, our minds.
Now, this is an
cannot
interesting
even
concept.
Comprehend its
Because this is actually
concepts.
something that's brought up in certain fantasy entries. I know it's brought up in Lightning Returns, and to explain it, it's basically a massive spoiler for the final segment.
Drem, all in good time. First, a question for you. What Hrothgar? Some would say perhaps this world is simply the egg of the next Kalpa? Li Paz. Rofus. Maybe you only balance the forces that work to quicken. Even we who ride the currents of time,
AKA
cannot
Dragon
see
Break.
past time's end.
Basically, every single Elder Scrolls game is like it's semi-canon. What happens? That effectively everything happens at once. They use Dragon Break to describe that.
But you have indulged my Do you know why I live here at the... This is the most... Here, the ancient tongues Yes and no. Vik nus ni Karon. Alduin, the Nords of those days. It was the Kell, the Elder Scroll.
Yes, this is the thing about the Elder
used it
Scrolls.
to
They have
cast him adrift
a completely
on the
unmapped
currents of time.
limits of power. And I think it was Septimus who said that Elder Scrolls can show up whenever and wherever they want to. And that if someone sees it, then that means that the Elder Scroll wants them to. Oh, no, it was Moth Priest. Yeah, the Moth Priest who said that, right?
Not intentionally.
That
Some
that it was
hoped he
the
would
Elder,
be gone
the Moth Priest who said Elder
forever
Scrolls
lost.
exist
May
in multiple locations simultaneously, and they're only seen by people that want them to see them. Hence why the Dragonborn can see the Elder Scrolls, is because the Elder Scrolls wanted to be seen.
One day, which is why I have lived here for thousands. I knew. Which is why I have lived here for thousands of mortal years. It is an artifact from the Kelle. But this is only a small part of the Tid-Kren. If you brought that Kell, that Elder Scroll back
Already done.
with the Elder Scroll that was used to break time, you could learn Dragonrend from those who created it.
And get an achievement for completing Elder Knowledge. Because we already completed it.
You have it. The Kell. There is no question. You are doom-driven. Kogan Akatosh. The very bones of the earth. Go then. Fulfill your destiny. Do not delay. Alduin
So
will
this
be coming.
is what starts the
He
in-game
cannot
sequence.
miss the signs.
However, that's after... Okay, actually, no. So, what happens next is you do a semi-boss battle against him, and then you get forced into the in-game sequence that starts season unending, which is the temporary truce to the, Civil War, and then the actual in-game sequence. And the Civil War gets forcibly paused until you finish main scenario. That's what we're going to do. We're going to start the in-game sequence, so to speak. Hey, sup, you just go stand over there?
Today, Alduin's lordship will be restored.
Baby dragon.
But I honor your courage. Kriegwolf Akrin. Die now in vain.
All you do is kill baby dragons. We've been killing legendaries and agents all game,
what
okay?
else is there?
Battle below goes ill. If Alduin does not rise to our challenge, I fear all may be lost.
You worry too much, brother. Victory will be ours.
Why does Alduin hang back? We've staked everything on this plan of yours, old man.
He will come. He cannot ignore our defiance. And
Oh, what's that name familiar?
Even now.
We blooded him well.
Hang on. I gotta see that name. Whoa, yo, why is he familiar? That specific tone that says, something's not right. Hang on, just a moment. Oh, that's why. I knew that voice was familiar. That's Colonel Campbell.
Kin have fallen to my blade.
I couldn't remember him being involved in this.
But none have yet stood against Alduin himself.
As much as we play Metal Gear, you know, both as Let's Plays, as you know, Let's Plays, as in the Sweatlord stuff, and before doing the gaming channel and all that.
Alduin cannot be slain.
That's a voice you recognize. I spent, I think, hundreds of hours across all the Metal Gear games.
They brought the Elder Scroll.
Yeah, see, 1 through 4, you know, Solid 1 through 4.
I never agreed.
1 and 2.
If you are right.
5, yeah, hundreds of hours across the core titles. Still waiting for that Master Collection 2, so I can finally play Peace Walker.
So be it.
And Alduin is not happy.
Let those that watch from Sovngarde envy us this day.
So the way this works mechanically is 1, it allows you to fight Alduin. 2, it forces a dragon, any dragon, to force land. So it helps so much. Look how little damage you're doing to him, man. He's got 50% damage bonus, or rather damage resistance.
Begone, world eater. My words with older bones than your own. Break your perch on this age and send you out. You are banished. Now go out of all our endings unto the last.
And we just saw the Skyrim Exorcism.
You are banished.
Work. Did it.
Yes.
I make sure I tried that with cloth.
May the spirits have mercy.
That poisoning in his, his dead dragons. Is that too obscure now? Like, come on. I can't be the only one who gets that joke, right? Crap. Oh, how long you been standing there, man? You're standing there looking at us menacingly.
You are too late, Alduin.
And it automatically gives it to us, so you don't have to worry about having souls.
Use Dragon Rend if you know it.
Now you do have to aim it, but it's kind of tricky it sometimes. It's like arrow aiming. That's the way for like this. Thing is, I think we passed Southern Durnavir. We have a Dragon Royal Rumble in here. Boy, we just hit you dead on with that. You better get down here. Holy shit, I forgot how strong he was. And I'm pretty sure he got buffed up by, yeah, Dragon War. Whoops. Can we pick up, oh, that's right, we reloaded save. This could be a problem. Yeah. So the delayed healing. Alright. Alright, so yeah, that could take a moment. Alright, so just a moment, I have to check something. Alright. They already have, I think we quick saved after it. Oh, no way we missed. And we just got one-shotted. That time I knew we hit him. Quick save as we progress.
I will feast on you.
Oh, see, that's why we saved. I knew he'd use target switch on us.
You will pay for
She okay? Oh, so that hit him? What? I thought it missed. Oh, he hit you too. What? It means it's go time. Against Mashka. That'd help immensely, actually. Don't mind me just shoving arrows up his butt. I think we don't need to take him down to hit point critical. We just need to take him down certain. Where you going? Ooh, I got cocky. Like, notice how low we're critting even after that. Really need to find a way to get stronger poison. Whoops! Crap! Don't think we got ourselves in a bad spot. I think we did. Whoops. Ah, man. We can't even pop the healing before it. That just does so much damage. What, does it count as magic so we can pop, resistance? But I don't think so. Oh! Well. Okay then. I didn't realize we still had one of those. Jesus, man. So much damage incoming. I don't think we can pop, resistance enough. Well, I think we're just going to turn down difficulty back down in depth. This is, an exception to playing on expert. I think the mods make it, too easy to play on anything lower than adept at least. But this is something we're having trouble with because we have to save. Only we had a level up too. Okay, so wow, yeah. I wonder. I don't think this is actually a good time to test whether or not Dragon Warrior is separate from this. He's doing a shitload of damage even through difficulty changes. So what's going on here? Okay, it is taken into account. Interesting. Paarthurnax, shut up. You just had the lowest difficulty to do this. There. Okay, so yeah. I may have been wrong to put it on expert the entire time. Did you see how much damage he was doing? And that's on adept. It's a standard difficulty. God damn. So it looks like Dragon Lord does make him scary on all difficulties except novel. Okay, so can we check? I'm gonna go check that page real quick. What one is supposed to be governing? I think it's stamina. That was Magicka. You had to stop them from using a breath with. Oh, Magicka is the one that governs Stout's cooldown. So their cooldown goes up by 50% when it's below. Okay, so keep poisoning Magicka. And stamina is what's going to, stop their physical damage. Must have regen a crap load or something. Where's the big... Okay, ooh, that should help. I don't know how much he has, though. That's this. Okay. Come on. Oh, he is pissed. You see how he just changed it up on us. Dude was whacking us with fire. Now he's throwing fire. Ross, what the hell is that? Pick a lane and stick to it, man. Got winged, all right. Did fire resist wear off? Oh, being top of it. Okay. Jeez. Yeah, he's gonna be a pain in the ass later, so we definitely need to make a bunch of buff potions. Jesus. Go ahead and pop that now. We are loaded to begin with. That cooldown was a little bit faster. Gotcha. Notice he's taking more damage. Did we check? Did it not take us going back to? Okay, it did. So now he does take some more damage. Must be the 50% bonus. Get back over here. Get back in and you finish this fight. Sorry, buddy. You're in the way again. Very, very unfriendly fire. Who's dead? What? Who's that now? Screw you. Feels way more epic thanks to the mod than it ever did, you know, in vanilla. Arrogant bastard. Paarthurnax is right here. Talk to him. Dude, you want to talk? Come on, talk.
Lot Congrach, you truly have the voice. Nilivrach hin moro. Alduin always was pachlok, arrogant. This should shake the loyalty. Yes, one. Perhaps the Hafkasayun, the palace in a fine place to trap one of Alduin. Yes, but your Sum is strong. I do not. But no, Dovahkiin. I meditate on the Rotmula. Knowing, contemplate the meaning. Will I teach you, Dovahkiin? What word calls you to deeper and it is called think of the way force. That is Fus. Let its meaning fill you. Sum arc mora. You will yes. I used to visit him from time to time. I do not know. The Hofkasayun has been known as Dragon's Reach ever since.
Man. Let's take a look at our stuff now. Oh, cool. Bonus. They stagger more and we stagger less. Awesome.
Sum arc mora.
Oh, you say to me?
Dremyolok, greetings.
And off we go.
Hail, companion.
Yes.
By me.
Thank you for your role in... It'd be my honor should you decide to make Whiterun your home.
Oh yeah, forgot about that, didn't we?
Excellent. You've done us a great service.
Only 100 for killing
Here's your reward.
Dingy son of a...
I must have misheard you. I thought you asked me to help. Of course. You already saved Whiterun, but I don't understand. What? Alduin. The World Eater.
Wait. Why couldn't we just tell him sooner about
how can we
Alduin?
fight him?
Shouldn't we have been able to
return
describe a
mean
black
it's to
dragon?
end
Like,
times?
he would have known that if he reacting this way.
I don't... Now what's this nonsense? I want to help you, Do you think the Stormcloaks will... No. I can't risk weak... Then, but getting both sides to agree... Maybe. If the
And this is
Greybeards
what
were willing to
causes the
host
Civil War
a peace
storyline if
council,
you didn't finish it beforehand.
then maybe Ulfric and Tullius would have to listen. Aye, Dragonborn. Maybe you can stop the dragons. And this... My men will be ready when you are, Dragonborn. You have a truce to arrange first, eh?
I mostly deal with petty thievery and drunken brawls. Fancy yourself an alchemist, hmm? Never could get the hang of that.
Have they just been hanging out here the entire time? Can't be. Oh, I guess they were. Well, the icon's not here if they were still outside.
Alduin? We heard the dragon ran. I feared as much. I thought it was him we saw flying east after your... We are not warriors. What is overlooked in the dragon... You misunderstand our authority. I see. The dragon will lead you to Alduin, but without... Paarthurnax has made... Even the Greybeards must bend to the winds of change.
Damn right.
So be it. Tell... We will see if they still remember us.
Off we go. And apparently we're just being allowed to walk through here, even though we are known Imperial system. Because you know that makes sense, right?
I used to be an adventurer like you.
Yes, make it quick. It's about time they turn their gaze from the heavens. I have the greatest respect for the Greybeards. But I can't afford to kill them. I can't agree to it. Alduin.
Why can't we just say this from the start?
Legend. If that's true, well, it changes
Like,
the situation.
we literally saw him bust us
Even
free
Tullius
in the
made
beginning,
it
and we can't just say it's Alduin. Dude.
Yes, I'll give Tullius one more chance to put Skyrim with his tail between his legs.
You know, Much as like Skyrim, there's some serious questions we asked about this kind of thing. Couldn't just say Alduin from the start, especially after he identified himself.
Need something?
God might get nervous. Woman approaches with a weapon drawn. Now I remember. You're the new member of the Companion.
Hey, I know I clicked the door.
Favor the bow, eh? I'm a swordman myself.
We will oust Ulfric from Windhelm. The Greybeards. What do those old hermit... Why, there's nothing to discuss. They are getting to be a problem. My job is to quell this rebellion, and I intend to do just that. You may have a point. It's getting difficult to be... By all accounts, the Stormcloaks are suffering just as badly. Yes, fine. I'll come to this Greybeard Council. For all the good it will do.
The Greybeards have called a peace council at High Hrothgar.
And off we go. And this does have multiple outcomes depending on how you do it.
Oh, you've done it. I should not have agreed to host this council. The great peace? I doubt it. They are not yet tired of war. Far from it. But regret. Take your seat at the council table, and let us see what wisdom we can find among these warriors of Skyrim.
Iron Gear? What's Dalmor doing here? You look like the rest. Oh, look who showed up. We didn't invite him.
Now that everyone is here, please take your seats so we can begin.
Now, let me go look this up because it's been so long since I did it, but there's supposed to be a specific way to get a very favorable outcome to the player. No, you had to get rid of Alduin at least. Partly because she's a bitch who's been hiring assassins for. Yeah, there's 4 negotiation points. Okay, so the first one is going to be Alduin, then you got Mark Harford Riften, depending on which side you picked. Oh, there's a third one that's apparently do consequently. Oh, so if there's okay, interesting. There's a minor hold you can get, but it's only if the Imperials or the Stormcloaks have just their capital left. And you got concessions. Make sure there's nothing else.
I hope that we have all come here in the spirit
You
of...
insult us by bringing her to this negotiation? You're Chief Talos Hunter?
That didn't take long.
Here, here.
I have every right to be at this negotiation. I need to ensure that nothing is agreed to here that violates the terms of the White
Hell you say,
Lord
bitch? Get out my
Compact.
face.
She's part of the Imperial delegation. You can't dictate who I bring to this council.
No, but I can.
Please, if we have to negotiate the terms of the negotiation, we will never get anywhere. Perhaps this would be a good time to get the Dragonborn's input on this matter.
What do
Bye,
you think?
Felicia.
Are we going to let Ulfric dictate terms to us before the negotiations even start? Maybe so, but we shouldn't be making concessions before negotiations even start. I guess I'll defer to your judgment on this one, but I think it's a mistake.
Very well, Ulfric. Enjoy your petty victory. The Thalmor will treat with whatever government rules Skyrim. We would not think of interfering in your civil war.
Sure.
Skyrim will never bow to the Thalmor.
From what I remember, it's implied that, well, obviously, you know, Thalmor are antagonizing it. You know, they're supplying Ulfric covertly in order to keep the Civil War going for destabilization.
It won't happen again.
Now that that's settled,
But it's implied that a Stormcloak victory is actually much worse for them, for the
Here we
Thalmor.
go.
Because at least the Imperials would have to, you know, spend effort reclaiming and everything and putting, you know, order in. But Ulfric is much more of a dangerous threat.
Unless the Empire is finally ready to renounce its unjust claim to rule over the free people of Skyrim.
I knew he wouldn't be able to resist.
A temporary truce to allow the Dragonborn here to deal with the dragons, nothing more. I consider even talking to the Empire a generous gesture.
Are you done? Did you just come here to make speeches, or can we get down to business?
Yes, let's get this over with.
are we ready to proceed? Jarl Ulfric, General Tullius, this council is unprecedented. We are gathered here at the Dragonborn's request. I ask that you all respect the spirit of High Hrothgar, and do your best to begin the process of achieving a lasting peace in Skyrim. Who would like to open the negotiations?
Yes, let's get down to it. We want control of Markarth. That's our price for agreeing to a truce.
So that's why you're here, Ulfric? You dare to insult the Greybeards by using this council to advance your own position?
Jarl Elisif.
General, this is outrageous. You can't be taking this demand seriously. I thought we were here to discuss a truce.
Elisif, I said I'd handle it. Ulfric, you can't seriously expect us to give up Markarth at the negotiating table. You hoped to gain in council what you've been unable to take in battle, is that it?
I'm sure Jarl Ulfric does not expect something for nothing.
Yes, that'd be entirely out of character.
Want in return?
Wait, General, you don't intend to just hand over Markarth to that traitor?
This is how the Empire repays us for our loyalty?
Enough. First, let's be clear. This council wasn't my idea. I think it's a waste of time. You are a traitor to the Empire, and deserve a traitor's death.
Yeah.
But I at least will negotiate in good faith. Since we're all here at your request, I'd like to hear what you think Markarth is worth.
Winterhold's not a good trade.
The rift would help secure our communications with Cyrodiil, and threaten Ulfric's southern flank.
The Dragonborn has spoken, Tullius. Markarth will be ours.
Give up Riften. We control that city
now
anyway.
We'll see if there's anything behind your talk of good faith.
I expected better of you, Dragonborn. You swore an oath to serve the Emperor. Don't forget it. I can see now that this is not a negotiation at all. I know you, Ulfric. If I hand over Markarth, you'll be ready with a new demand.
The losing side gets pissy no matter
You're
what.
losing this war, and you know it. Soon enough, I'll have you back under the headsman's axe, and this time there won't be any dragon to save you.
As always, the Empire's fine words are worth nothing.
Stop! Are you so blind to our danger that you can't see past your petty disagreements? Here you sit arguing about nothing, while the fate of the land hangs in the balance.
Is he with you, Delphine? If so, I advise you to tell him to watch his tongue.
He is with
Dude, how does he know about
and I
her?
advise you both to listen to what he has to say before you do anything rash.
Don't you understand the danger? Don't you understand what the return of the dragons means? Alduin has returned, the World Eater. Even now he devours the souls of your fallen comrades. He grows more powerful with every soldier slain in your pointless war. Can you not put aside your hatred for even one moment in the face of this mortal danger?
Nope.
I don't know
Kill 'em
about
all.
the end of the world, but this dragon situation has gotten out of hand. If this truce will help the Dragonborn here put an end to that menace, we both gain. Remember that, Ulfric. Now, back to the matter at hand. You know as well as I do that we can't hand over Markarth on these terms.
Swords, bones, where will these demands end?
Let's hear it.
We want compensation for the massacre at Karthwasten.
You slaughtered the very people you claim to be fighting for.
Uh,
True sons of Skyrim
I
would
think
never
there was
do
some
such
mention of that, like in an offhand combo.
Imperial lies. My men would never stoop to such methods, even in retaliation for your butchery at...
All the blood spilled in this
Let's
war
do
is
war
on your
crimes.
head.
We're not getting in on it. What? Come on.
So, Dragonborn, what do you say?
You see what it says here, because I don't remember anything about that. Ah, so Imperial Town being raided. Okay. This happened though. Don't know when it happened. See if I can figure this out. Hold on, just a moment. Yeah, I don't see anything here about that. It doesn't say how what sides of it's Karthwasten or different one. So weird.
Well said. For once you'll actually pay for your crimes.
Ooh.
I suppose that's the fairest deal we're likely to get.
It seems we may have an agreement. Jarl Ulfric, General Tullius, these are the terms currently on the table. Markarth will be handed over to Ulfric's forces, Jarl Idmund will step down, and Thungvor Silverblood will become the Jarl of Markarth. The Stormcloaks will withdraw from the rift, allowing Imperial troops unhindered access. Jarl Layla Lawgiver will step down, and Maven Blackbriar will become the Jarl of Riften. The Stormcloaks will pay appropriate compensation for the massacre at Karthwasten. You both agree to this?
The Sons of Skyrim will live up to their agreements, as long as the Imperial...
So Maven becomes Jarl, and it's kind of
What about
hinted
you, Ellis?
that she was probably
Are these
going to
terms
become
to your
Jarl no
liking?
matter what. She's
Speak
already
up.
had,
I'm
you know,
sure
Layla
General Tullius
under her
is
control,
waiting
right?
to do your bidding.
You know, we saw her
I have
at
nothing to say to that murderer. General, you've proven yourself a good friend to Skyrim.
Yeah, we saw her at the embassy
Do
ball.
your utmost to safeguard our interests.
Thank you, Jarl Elisif. I appreciate your loyalty. The Empire can live with these terms, yes, for a temporary truce, until the dragon menace is dealt with. After that, Ulfric, there will be a reckoning. Count on it. Taking control of the Rift was a great victory. Ulfric must be rather nervous with us so close to his doorstep.
Dude, he's right there.
Don't mind. We have a lot of work to do.
Matrix swords?
Giving up Markarth is a heavy price for this truce, Dragonborn. I hope it was worth it.
I'm afraid there's a problem. A serious one. I've discovered all well and good. But did you know that he was Alduin's chief lieutenant
So,
in ancient
don't buy this guy. It's possible for a dragon not to be killed, on sight kill.
But justice, the blade, justice demands that he die for his crime. Until his death, I anticipate an unguessed trove of lost lore. Cross-referencing this with Delphi. Don't you see? By calling the dragon with a voice, he's not compelled to. Your voice, I think it's very likely that he will... indeed. I'm Odahviing, winged snow hunter.
Jarl Balgruuf, I assume you are familiar with the Dragonborn plan.
Yes, I'm ready to do my part. Just say the word, and my men will help you spring this trap.
But the difficulty remains how to lure a dragon to Dragon's Reach at all.
Oh, don't worry, we'll take care of that. Don't you worry, we're going to take care of that.
Yes? What is it? Justice can be Paarthurnax. True, he turned traitor to Alduin. Whether or not he has truly repented or merely acted to save himself.
I know we have said we had to be a mod installed for the Paarthurnax Dilemma, but I don't know if it's actually going to work. It is an older mod. Not sure it's actually on Nexus. Only listed mods I know go there, but I was sure it was there when I looked. It could be I misread one of the entries. What's that? I moved that. Why that was so. See you Maven's in.
The throne suits me, don't you think?
We'll see. Did it too fast.
In honor of your service in battle, I am hereby granting
Wow,
you
so we
permission
just
to
got
purchase property
quick.
in Riften.
Okay, cool.
Talk to my steward if you're interested.
So by doing that, we get automatic from unlocking a Riften property.
The throne suits me, don't you think? My title is just
See?
a formality. I've always been in charge around here.
Once again, she's Renata, but better. Too bad we can't just take this. They're not in favor enough, apparently.
The Greybeards have arranged a truce between the Stormcloaks and Imperials. How long can such a thing last? All hail the Dragonborn.
Stay sharp. Keep an eye out for my parents. I joined. Wasn't long before I saw more of the world than I bargained. For the glory of the Empire.
Jarl Maven Blackbriar has a pleasant sound to it, wouldn't you say?
No, sir. All right.
The ancient tongue you...
Dragons stand ready. My men know what to do. Make sure you
Steps are nice enough to help me get to the right place.
Did we do too soon? Oh, shit. See him? He's right over there. What? There's two of them. Again? Great. Another double dragon incident.
Cover until it's down.
I'm over here. Dude! Wow, okay. Dude, he hits harder than Alduin. What?
Ready. You are.
Alright. Do you have any disintegration? Bro! You see that body fly?
Steady. Steady now. Keep under cover until it stops.
There you are. Man, that hits hard. Yes, see you right there. Oh, so one of the guards died. Not dumb we have to. Why couldn't they just be up here waiting for us? Not the entire point.
Ofuta med Kodav, caught like a bear in a trap.
Can't see squat.
Zokfrini Grin Kogra Drunviki Dovakin. Zuubona Hinsir Alduin Renik Vaza. An apt phrase. Alduin Bovar. Many of us have been among ourselves, of course. Muni Maye, once Lord Croesus. He has traveled to Sovngarde to regain his strength. His door to Sovngarde, Mindoran pa ok midove navara, Zuulost ofan hinlan. Now that... only this. Of course, I could fly you there.
An achievement for Queen the Fallen.
Not while imprisoned like this. Onikan Korav Gain Mirad, and you can trust me. Free me, and I will carry you to Skaldafin.
I think if you free him, then it's gonna start the in-game sequence.
Something to tell the grandkids, eh?
Sir, you have no idea how long I have waited for such an opportunity. I would be most appreciative if you would permit me to perform some tests on you, purely in the interests of the advancement of knowledge.
Be gone, mage. Do not test my promise to the Dovahkiin.
I assure you, you will not even notice me. Most of them are hardly painful at all to a large dragon such as yourself.
Arenga, very bad idea. I don't believe that works.
Was nu. Ini dein Rufe Aslan. Are you ready to see the world as only a Dova can? Saran Uf. I Krezini.
Okay, so we do have the opportunity to go back. Honestly, I'd probably leave him tied up for now. It's not like it matters, right? So let's put him back in the captive state because I don't want this to bug up.
Incredible. Sir, you have no idea how long I have waited for such an opportunity.
There is a dragon hiding around out there. See what else we have around. Oh, and since we have created every single possible use for the Elder Scrolls, so we can turn these in finally and get 60 space back. Honestly, it's probably best to continue on the story. We're gonna do some off-screen prepping real quick. Right, first get back down. We need to really seriously need to. Oh, and it crashed. Oh, back in there. 19 crashes. As I was going to say, need to some severe off-screen prepping because as you saw with the Alduin fight, we are definitely in trouble about some severe buffs and debuff potions. Need to increase our alchemy big time, make it where we have these huge bonuses, more marksmen and all that. We need all of this.
Be gone, mage. Do not.
See, this area is just what's crashing. Okay, so it's just a freak crash. Yeah, so what we're going to do is prep off screen, then we'll come back and finish it out. So we'll see you soon. This will be in the same VOD. Okay, so we're almost done prepping. We found a special random encounter dragon. This is one of the special ones that special named dragons in the base game. You know, he mostly hangs around Rorik's there. Hang on. There we go. Need to recharge that then because it's depleted. Whiterun guard doing all the way out here.
Something's happening. Something's happening.
There we go. Complete. Okay. Alright, so we've completed our off-screen preparation. We are good to go. If you want to get rid of the Elder Scrolls, you can take one to, the Arcanium at College of Winterhold. That will take care of Dragon Scroll. But for the other two, you need to go over to the Moth Priest in the Dawn Yard Castle. I thought you had to wait till a certain point, and you do have to wait for there used to be officially gone from the storyline. For the Dragon Scroll, you're going to want to wait and do that after Elder Knowledge, because you need it until then. But the other two scrolls you can do as soon as Dawn Guard main scenario is done. Got potions ready. Oops. Yeah, a bunch of fortified marksmen, some damage armors will help us immensely. We punished it. Well, I think we didn't punish arrows yet, did we? Guess we did. I think we have enough to finish the game. We'll see though.
Got some good pieces out here if you're looking to buy. More inside.
What is it? If you think it'll help.
We put our gold on here so we can do a training cheese better. Oh, and we just got an achievement for retrieving that gold. That's for having 100,000. But yeah. It's actually kind of interesting if you're understand how to mess with that, but I don't know where we got the extra 10,000 from. Weird. So it's time to start the in-game sequence. Alright. Where I heard a... Yep, there's a dragon flying around out there. I don't think our shot could reach him. These guys have just been waiting here the entire time.
Spies, saboteurs, and assassins to send against us. Something to tell the... You sure about that? Your funeral. Someone else is gonna have to help you get him back in there again. Get ready to open the trap.
Interesting, we can actually tell them to do that rather than us doing it ourselves.
This seems like a really bad idea to me.
Carry on, soldier. This is all part of the Dragonborn's plan.
Was du? Wir need dein Rufe Asgard. Are you ready to see the world as book?
To make a hard save here.
Dover can.
Just in case you need to come back, because this does start taking games soon.
Are you ready to see the world?
Yeah, let's go.
Only Dover can. Saran Uth. I await Zukbrit of Amativ. Mubokotin Stinselok.
And Saran just gets left behind.
Biggest fool.
I wonder, does it imply that he's... Yeah, she's left behind. Well, you don't even without followers, so yeah. That means there's a dragon. I thought I saw a dragon. I wasn't sure. Didn't we get an autosave there? Getting seriously? Alright. Why would you not give us an autosave there?
Zukbrit Amativ. Mubokotin Stinselok.
The bravest person I've ever met. Biggest fool.
This is as far as I can take you. Griffbone Akrin. I will look for your return. Or Alduin.
Yep, was a dragon. Two of them. Great. It's so long I don't remember how many were actually supposed to be here. I think we got Dragon Rend though. On the way up. I don't remember which way it's at. Oh, shit. But I got legendaries around here. Great. That's great. Well, get spotted and screwed. Okay. Gotta find a way around this.
Sure.
Oh, we didn't have our mask on, yeah. Put the mask back, that should help a bit. It'll be a tough spawn otherwise. Oh, it was on, what? Oh dear. Hey, go in there, did we? Bypass that. Ugh. Yoinking that. Oh, wait. Point coming in here was loot. Guess there wasn't one, huh? Wait, is archway here? Oh man, it's been so long. There's at least one legendary dragon here. I think it's actually two. I want to try to fight two of those at once. You know, it's a good thing these dragons don't pay attention to anything down here. Did we go in there already? Odd. Why would it show that as a direction? Put in there and have that. Like the temple. Coming and coming. Okay, so snake, hawk, snake, hawk, snake. Oh, I can't. Oh, okay. Those open those doors. It's not. Oh, look at the solution. I really do not remember one. All right, let's see. That's it. Oh, it's got match them on each. Okay. Easy enough. Okay, that matches. Okay. Turn to Hawk. Turn to Whale, see that works. And see what the solution was, just the first one. That wasn't it. The one we missed. Yes. Probably, I wouldn't be, yeah. I was gonna say, it probably should be Snake. Wonder where you were. You're long overdue for Overlord. Okay, let's look at that. Oh, I didn't. Wolf, butterfly, dragon. Sweet. Let's get going. We're almost done. Bird wall. I forgot what this one is, so let's see. Ooh, storm calling. Bring it! Oversized farm tool. Well, might be better off trying to run up or go ethereal, because we can't fight two of these at once without help. Crit? Wow. Don't even have buffs up. Oh, good. There's the portal. Just get out of here. Cannot fight these dragons. Oh, great. Oh, I guess he doesn't scale very well. You know, that would be an amazing mask if it wasn't getting so late in the story, you know? Like, look at that. That is a very good mask, isn't it? Oh, crap. We're gonna have to fight them, aren't we? Let me see what's going on here. Oh, apparently we need to use the staff, but can we pick one up? Oh boy. Okay, let me see what figure what's going on here. bug. We killed him too fast. He has to grab the staff. Hurry up. Oh, again? Keep killing them before you. Why is it so slow? Hang on, so you saw he said something about Mirak, right? What was that he said? Oh, so he commanded to keep the portal. So what does that mean? Mirak translates? Let me see. You can. Allegiance guide. He's probably saying. What the? Die, please. Wait. This looks like the exact same. Wait a minute. Hold on. We killed him. Oh, okay, we got you. Because it just puts it right back to the same state it was before we thought he got bugged, right? This makes me irrationally mad. I mean, not really, but they could have done this. They could have made it clearer, I think, whether or not the portal was actually open and you didn't need to wait for him to get the staff, or yeah, that just annoys me though. That actually honestly just annoys me. Oh, hey, sup? Okay, he hasn't seen us. Let's use the shout.
Look!
Or not.
Turn back. Many have braved the shadowed vale near Giant's Gap. Then we stood. But I never knew if Night's End brought victory. Alduin, his hunger in... Can you lead the way to where Shore's Hall waits? I saw it fair when first... Shore's Hall, shimmering across... I've lost. Hurry, before Alduin your life devours. Bring word to Shore's Hall. Beware. The World Eagle waits within the mist. Do you know the way? I'm weary and lost.
Do I look like a redhead? Fuck it. No, I'm going for the Knuckles joke. I mumbled it. Echidna. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, do I look like one of you, buddy? Ah, there's Short's Hall.
Do you know the way?
Interesting Imperial soldiers here, huh? Multiple ways in. If you have a Harbinger, that's one of them.
You, Wayfarer? Wander here in Sovngarde. A faithful errand. No few have chafed to face the worm, but Shore restrained our wrathful onslaught. Perhaps deep. No shade are you. By what right do you request entry?
So, depending on the state of faction quests, you can actually get extra options. One is a Harbinger. You always have the Dragonborn option by default.
You trespass here, Shuttle. Perhaps before the end you... Welcome I do not offer. Your errand I will not hinder.
So... show you different options.
What brings you, Wave? A face... But Shore restrained our wrathful... By what right do you request? Do not mistake the night-shrouded thief's stealthily take. Your doom already binds you to your dark mistress. But your errand I will not hinder. My wrath instead. None may... No. By what right do you request? You trespass here. Perhaps before the end you... Welcome I do not offer. Your errand I will not hinder.
Okay, so you didn't have to reload. Just start the conversation over again.
By what right do you it's been too long since last I...
But yeah, you have Harbinger. He actually responds favorably to it. I'm not sure what the other options are. I'm gonna have to look it up.
Living or dead, by decree of Shore, none may pass this perilous bridge till I judge them worthy of warriors' test.
Dude, we're just gonna ignore you. I had to show it. I'm sorry. And now that was, effective trespassing section.
What brings you? But Shore restrained our wrathful on. By what right do you request? Living or dead, by decree of Shore.
Also, no, I don't want to keep doing that until you finish the story out.
Judge them worthy by the warrior's test. Rodal! You fought well.
Dude, you want me to take those out of you?
It is long since one of the living has entered.
And they just disappeared, okay.
The Shore's favor followed.
Oh, he just stood there. Alright.
Welcome, Dragonborn. By Shore's command, we sheathed our blades and ventured, but 3 await you. Gormlaith, the fearless, glad-hearted in battle. Hecon, the valiant.
So, food is here.
You've traveled, your trials long.
It actually can be taken and used.
Alduin's doom is now ours.
There's just so many questions that this game never will ever answer.
Will hasten forth to smite wherever.
Like, these guys are dead. Do they actually need, you know, the extra food?
Seek ye food or song unending? Fighting, drinking,
My disciples still follow the difficult
find
path.
welcome here and
The
Well,
way
you
of the
wander
voice.
around, you can actually see some of the NPCs talked about in the game at various points.
But if you stray from wisdom, then to Sovereign God you will not return. Eldir speaks wisdom. The World Eater, coward, fears you, Dragonborn. We must drive away his...
If we had did the Harbinger storyline up to this, you know, completed it for this, you know, the companions, we would have seen Kodlak here. That's something I kind of wish we had thought to do before this, but in our replay we can do all the faction quests, that way we can see all possible things. I don't think there are any. Whoa, wait.
Oh, I long to fight that foul worm. But
You
by
can actually see
Shor's
Ysgrim
command,
more. Pretty cool, huh?
no gloom can hold my heart.
take your ease. Let troubles fade.
Alduin escaped us long ago. Today we take our well-tempered revenge.
For 100
Bunga, bunga.
lifetimes, my
Down with that. Here it is, final battle of the basic game.
The eyes of Shore are on us. Defeat Alduin.
You also can't wait here, so. Go ahead and pop. Debuff.
We cannot fight the foe in this mist.
Clear skies! Combine our shouts!
Look!
Down! Down at the devil!
Again!
Look! Look!
Does his strength have no end? Is our struggle in vain?
Stand fast! His strength is failing. Once more and his might will be broken.
Where is he?
No escape this time, foul worm.
On down, chump. Come on, Ray Boss. He had that dragon rune crap. Okay, hit him. Somewhere, buddy? charge now. Fresh poison on. Yes. Ah, damn it. We got saving stages.
Dragonbrand brothers, bring him to...
I wonder, I don't remember if they can actually use Dragonrend or not. And we got to do this sequence again, unfortunately, because I didn't save further in.
Shore upon you this day.
Could help, you know.
Defeat Alduin. Destroy this.
Look!
Lazy ass.
Cannot fight the foe in this mist.
Kind of interesting we can't pickpocket these guys, huh?
Combine our shouts.
Look! Look!
Again!
Does his strength have no end? Is our struggle in vain?
Stand fast. His strength is failing. Once more and his might will be broken.
Look!
Endless wait battle. No escape this time, foul worm.
There it is. Dragonrend. I knew I hit him. How are you running away? Remember, this damage is after his bonus and the extra penalty. Damn. almost had that. We need to pop fire resistance. Like that so much. Over. Got him. An achievement.
Sing of this battle in Shore's Hall forever.
Damn right.
But your fate
only some
lies
respect.
elsewhere. When you have completed your count of days, I may welcome you again with glad friendship and bid you join the blessed feasting.
Oh, hail the Dragonborn! Hail her with great praise!
You get taller? Huh.
When you are ready to rejoin the living, just bid me so. Return now to me, with this rich boon from Shore, my lord. A shout to bring a hero from Sovngarde in your hour of need.
And if if you do this before completing Dragonborn, it kind of makes more sense to be able to call in some help. Also, we got an achievement for learning 20. A lot of dragons. Oh boy. Just the Half-Life ending in here. Pretty sure they're doing this, saying the equivalent of screw Alduin. I don't know who's invading the person's space here, me or him.
So, it is done. Alduin Dilon. Indeed. His doom was written when he claimed for himself, but I cannot celebrate his fall. So, indeed. Perhaps now you have some... Perhaps you begin to see the... But I forget myself. Crosses. You have won a mighty victory. Savor your triumph, Dovahkiin. This is not the last of what you will write upon the currents of time.
You want to come on down here? Because we need to talk about whether I need to kill you.
But willing or no, they will hear it. Fare thee well, Dovahki.
Dude, come back. We got shot. We need to chat. Yeah, I'll screw you too. Oh. But no. What? Why are you landing? Oh, Oblivion.
As for myself, you've Zu Odaving.
Sweet. Another pet dragon. That makes two. I wonder if we could have summoned Durnavir in there. Ah, well. I'm gonna try it next time, right? I'm trying to say, wasn't Serrani able to come up here before? Okay, so let me see. No, Oblivion shows up. Yeah, it doesn't, does it? Oh! Oh, apparently if, they had died prior to this, that, Kodlik, Ulfric, Galmor, and Ricky could have showed up. But they only just, Ricky is Legate, so she only shows up if she dies in a sword cloak victory. So, yeah, that's kind of interesting, isn't it? She ends up here. Yeah, that's a cool rumble in here. That's something to consider next time, right? Also, we could have just hung back and let the NPCs deal with him. I don't see anything here about the follow-up, so... Oh, epilogue. There it is. Yeah. Okay, there's more to do. We gotta go back to the High Hrothgar now. Just so long I don't remember. Alright, let's go. High Hrothgar. Oh, right. right next to it. This is easier than trying to manually walk down. Oh, you should be at that conference table. This way? Yep. Oh. Passed him by.
I can see. Does this mean it is done? At last, you've shown yourself mighty, both in voice and deed. We are all in your debt, Dragonborn. Perhaps, perhaps not. Dragons are not like normal mortal creatures, and he may be permitted to return at the end of time to fulfill his destiny. But that is for the gods to decide.
Yeah, this is...
You have done your part.
I don't know if he's come back in the MMO or not. The MMO is supposed to be like way before any of the mainline games, so I don't know. I didn't play ESO.
Now you see why I've warned you again. Yes, but understand, during... If not for Paarthurnax, Alduin could not have been overthrown. It was he that... Kinnerith has placed the voice...
Yeah, there's no reason to kill him.
You, Dragonborn. All you need to do is learn to listen to it, and your path will be clear.
There's nothing suggesting Paarthurnax was deceitful.
Yes, but if not for Paarthurnax, Alduin could not have been. Kinnerith has placed the voice of wisdom within you, Dragonborn. All you need to do is learn to listen to it, and your path will be clear.
Not to mention we've got Odahviing and Durnavir who end up being allied dragons. So yes, kind of questionable whether or not you should kill them. I don't think there's an achievement tied to it. So let's head over to Skyhaven. What's it again? Oh, there she is. So nice of you to join us.
Please. Delphine has been very worried about you.
We heard the news from White. That's a little... Since you're still alive, I assume you have... Gods up. When you walked into my inn that day, I never imagined where it would all lead. Make your choice, Dragonborn. Here's the big picture. He helped... We can't afford to give Paarthurnax the opportunity to betray us in turn, and return to his old master. Make your choice, Dragonborn. Here's the big... We can't afford to give Paarthurnax the opportunity.
Yeah, it looks like
to betray us
the
in
mod doesn't
turn,
work
and
anymore. I'm going
return his
to
old
make a note of it
master.
in the VOD. It used to be... let me see if this actually is still on Nexus. Yeah, it used to be on Nexus. There was a mod to stop that. So we may just have to update to the correct one. Let's see. Like there is not up here anymore. Oh. Well, there's an old video of it for... No. But it doesn't look like it's actually up here anymore. I'll do a quick Google. Yeah, it looks like it is on there still. Probably I just had to re-download. It looks like it's a different one than the one I had before, so we're gonna download that real quick. Okay, so it's quick save here. Gonna exit out real quick. Won't take but a moment. Yes, we want to leave. Right. Let's. Okay, so this should be updated now. Let's see how it goes. Now this mod should fire. It's probably going to give us... It might give us a bad missing mod info, but since we're technically just replacing mod, it shouldn't do anything, right? Yeah.
Thank you, Dragonborn.
My oath binds me, Dragonborn.
Oh, interesting how...
Make your choice, Dragonborn.
Went back to
You're either with
unhighlighted.
us or against us. Here's the big... We can't afford to give Paarthurnax the opportunity to betray
Okay,
us
so I
in
guess it's
turn
not
and
working.
return to his old master.
Let's see. I have it enabled, so it's not working, I guess. See what's going on. Oh, we apparently seems like we need to talk to Paarthurnax himself. That's probably why.
You're still
Okay.
the matter of Paarthurnax. I'm not ungrateful for what.
Yeah, let's go talk to him. We didn't actually ask him what he thought. God, trying to decide the life of somebody else without even asking them about it. What are we, fucking Republican now? Yeah, I went there. That's it. It says it. That is this kind of channel. We make fun of them. Of course, we'll make fun of them, their opponents too, but their opponents don't do stupid shit much. Okay, where are you, Paarthurnax? Oh, there you are. Oh, no. Damn, I can't tell you all apart. That make me racist against dragons?
Dremyolok. The blades are wise not to trust me. Only Khan Miov. I would not trust another Dova.
I got a point.
Dov Walan Fare. I can be trusted. I know I have overcome.
It's funny. He's basically saying the same thing and he's got Shadowrunner to say. Never make a deal with a dragon.
Long study of the way. No day goes by where what is better, to be born good or to overcome your evil nature through great effort?
See, this is actually a incredibly good question. It's easy to be good. It's hard to be evil then go become good. Because you always want to take that evil way out of something, you know?
Look.
Okay, now it looks like the mod's working. I bet you the mod was working before, we just forgot to do a step. That's something to consider if you have the older version of mod. It's probably working. But we just didn't do that step. So, the mod is on Nexus. Make sure to update it if you haven't in a long time. Just to be safe. So it should work then.
My oath, but we have nothing to talk about. Make your choice, Dragonborn. You're...
Wow, no voice! Okay, interesting that there is, first off, it's a cut one. And you can't, they didn't even try to make a sound alike or use text to speech. Oh no, that would have been funny. I always did wonder, how did mods handle this? I know some will use AI and other things. But putting in a silent thing is kind of jarring considering so almost every single thing in this game is voiced, right? Damn. Holy shit. Ported. Yeah, I know. I'm sure I did this in the past. I just didn't remember the whole silent voicing it. All right, so that's that. And we had the Civil War quest line, to resolve, and then a lot of side quests and such. Honestly, we're like kind of done here. We did Dawnguard and Dragonborn DLC long before this. The only thing really left was the main scenario, and we've done most of the other major quests, most of the, we did, in this save, we did Desguild and Dark Brotherhood, and in our first 2 sessions we did Mage Guild and Fighter. There's nothing left to do except side quests and all that. Most likely what's left now is to replay it with on Master for a tryhard run. Sweatlord run, so tryhard Chronicles. However, if we do that, I think I am going to look into more graphics mods and all that. Make it look prettier for that, right? We also have this as a candidate for Let's Learn. And I probably would keep the mods just because it does not drastically change things. Combat is largely the same, it's just the perks and such are calculated differently. So that's easy enough to note it down for builds and such, right? And to point out what stuff's modded and what's not. So I know what I said before about, if I wanted to do Let's Learn, I would have to do it with vanilla, but changing mods out in and out is a pain in the ass, okay? So it's much easier just to point out this is how it works in vanilla, and this is how it works with modded, right? Much easier, because you see this with our Let's Learn about tech. Some things are changed a little differently because of mods. But other than that, we are honestly done with this for now. I will look into graphics mods and maybe some other stuff to change things around for a master run. Say master instead of legendary because legendary is just pure spite. It's like, let me go look. I know we talked about this all the way back at the start. Yeah, okay, yep. Difficulty. Yeah, so NPC damage on legendary is 25%. They take 25% damage. And the player takes 3 times. Master is 50% damage penalty for the player, 2 times the damage penalty for the player. Oh, no wonder. Okay, and on expert it's 75% damage reduction. Oh wait, sorry, it's still I'm misreading it. So, okay, on expert they take 25% less damage. Player receives 1.5. Master is 50%, total. 2 times to the player. Legendary is 75% reduction and 3 times damage to the player. So that explains why we're taking so much damage from the flame brows, right? We are taking 50% bonus. So yeah, if we do a Sweatlord run, it will be on Master, just because Legendary is pure spite. And it feels like they could done the bouncing on this much better. Like give them better stats, some damage increase, some resist, but this feels like lazy difficulty balancing, like what Persona 5 has, with Merciless being a bad meme in Royal in the vanilla game, but being batshit insane on strikers. So yeah. So Skyrim is a candidate for Let's Learn as well as a Sweatlord run. And honestly, I think that may be our next Sweatlord run if we don't do one of the Yakuza games instead. We do have Infinite Wealth and Ishin to still do for that. We haven't done those around because we've been doing other stuff with them. So yeah, that is something to consider because I do not know what's the next for Skyrim other than look at getting more mods, mostly graphics and such. And other than that, we've got the main story done, Dragonborn done, Dawnguard done, and it's a wrap. So, and we probably will not for future Elder Scrolls games. Period. I don't see us doing Morrowind or Oblivion. We have the Game of Year versions for Morrowind and Oblivion I just have no interest in them. Let's go back to what I was saying at the start, with talk about how this video is coming out after Oblivion Remastered came out. What my points about it were. Skyrim simplified way too much, and it's not fun to go back to that. It's not for me. It's not for me. So for next Let's Play, I'm sorry, but I don't know it right now. I have no idea what I want to play for next Let's Play. I mean, there's all kinds of things. I may put a poll up on YouTube. I may just say screw it and use an RNG generator or something to decide. Put some names in there from games I haven't played. Or for games that are not up on YouTube or anything. There are some that we were going to do it years ago, but something went wrong, like footage got lost, or something else came up that I couldn't do it, or I got a better idea in mind. There's quite a few things that unfortunately fell into that, and it's always possible to just go back and do them all again and more. So yeah, and honestly, that's pretty much it. We're done. Thank you for coming along on this journey, and there will be more Skyrim in the future. We still, again, Sweatlord run and more mods. And, Sweatlord run has stuff like the Civil War completion, as well as stuff like the that Saints and Sinners DLC thing, and the fishing thing, all that. And honestly, depending on how I feel about it, I may leave it installed and do, have you seen our Yakuza Fridays? I may do a Skyrim Saturdays or Skyrim Sundays thing. Weekly content. Because, Arena and League is going to be running out soon. So I think it's around for a couple more months. Sorry, but a couple more weeks. Then they're doing the Spirit Blossom event, the new game mode for that, which probably will have some VODs there too. I'm not sure yet, but we'll see, right? So anyway, that's it. We're done with Skyrim, and we'll see what's next. So thanks for watching, and see you next time.